Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Well, I've got most of my makeup on, but I need to get the rest of it on, and I thought, well, why not do it with my buddies, my friends, my southern subbies? So, how are y'all doing? Have y'all had a good night? Did you sleep well? Can you tell it's morning light? What do I mean by that? I just clearly got up. And you know what? I didn't put anything under my eyes for puffiness. So what I'll use the Charlotte Tilbury Dual Ended Pen. You check it out, huh? It's good coffee. It's that Kona Hawaiian coffee, medium roast. I think it's called Garden Isle. Okay, let's just get right to it. Couple of things. At the end of this, I am going to review this Epsi bag. Y'all, I don't know how many times I've canceled, and they just keep sending me stuff saying, something like, is this your last bag? Or something like that. It's just so funny. I guess I need to call or do an email with a little thing on it that, you know, proves it's been sent. A confirmation thing. I haven't tried that hard. I think I did one time, in all fairness. Okay. So what palettes am I going to use? Well, I think one thing I'll do first is my eyes. Let's go ahead and put this on. This is the Mini Miracle Eye Wand, and I got it in color number 2. And on one end, it's got like a an eye treatment. Does it say that? Lift Under Eye Cream. Relief Eye Crème Correctif sur l'œil, which is eyes. Okay. It lifts these bags, hopefully. So let's see. It's one of those that you twist and the goo comes out. And while I've already lined, I have not put anything underneath here. And really, one little squirt of this stuff should be enough for both eyes, I think. Because I literally am just doing the little bags themselves, nothing else. I guess I could do right there, because it's a little baggy there too. But I literally am just putting this right in where the bags themselves are. Right there. Not even doing it in the crow's feet area, where the crow's feet wrinkles are. I guess I could use what's left over out there. Well, let's just see what it does. I'm not even using my fingers because that will absorb into my skin. I'm just going to keep using this wand until it just doesn't have any on it anymore. Right up here. I am super poochy on this side, by the way. I don't know, you know, do y'all comment below, do you have one side of your face that's a little more poochy than the other? I'm literally just kind of cleaning this brush off by going over and over the same area. And obviously this is supposed to be safe for your eyes because it's an eye product, but I would keep it away from the tear ducts. That's why I don't really like that I went above the eye, because if I sweat and it's, what, summer degrees, so I'll likely sweat, it can go down into my eyes. So I'll have to be very cognizant of that today. I'm not going to put any leftover right here in my pimento cheese wrinkles. Some of you who have not been with me very long don't know why I call these my pimento cheese wrinkles. For the others of you, southern subbies who've been with me for a very long time, I'm curious. Comment below if you can answer why I call these my pimento cheese wrinkles. Hillary, if you still watch me, I know you can answer that question. Why do I call these pimento cheese wrinkles? Anyway, I'm cleaning this off on my trusty makeup cloth. You should always have at least 2 black washcloths. The reason? You can take off your makeup and it won't ruin the washcloth, and you always need 2 to have 1 in the wash and 1 fresh. Okay, so I'm just going to let that sink in a little bit. And then on top of that, we're going to use the other end of the wand, which is, it says on it 1 and 2, so you can't mistake which one goes first. Also, one is a clear lotion. The other is an actual cover-up product. Illuminate Soft Focus Eye Brightener. So this isn't necessarily a concealer, okay? It's an eye brightener. What's the difference? A concealer is typically thicker. Oh my gosh, look, something's come out underneath, so I don't even have to twist this. But because I don't like a real thick concealer, I let this brightener be my concealer. I have a little baby there. So I'm just going to wipe this off under my eye. How about that? That's how we're going to use this. And again, we'll just use the brush that came with it. And we'll just kind of staying away from right under my eyes, because it's where I'm going to put some more makeup back on. And I think in this case, because it's a brightener, I am going to go out past the, what do we call these? Crow's feet. And I'm going to come down a little past the nose into that crux and into this, this wrinkle right here. I call the bulldog wrinkle because it makes you look like a little bulldog when your skin lets go there. Your skin lets go right around here when you get, I don't know, plus 40. But when you get plus 50, it really lets go. And I'm plus 50. I'm kind of lucky, and I think, I'll tell you something, I think the only reason mine isn't more pronounced is because I'm a little fatty. But that's alright. I'm working on not being a little fatty, because I'd rather look worse and be healthier. Does it have to be one or the other? Now, by the way, I feel like it is more thinning to put a light color on either side of your nose. That's just me. And I have a big nose, so I would know. That sounded so northern laughing. It sounded like The Nanny, didn't it? Did any of you guys ever watch The Nanny growing up? That means you're very young, because that's more recent. But I did watch it when I was older. At first, she used to annoy me, her voice, but that was the whole point, is she was supposed to be annoying with that kind of nasally voice. But, I mean, I have people with nasally voice friends, and they don't annoy me, so I don't know. I don't know why I ever thought that. Okay, so that's on, and you can see it obviously it has a brightening effect. And again, just looking, there's a good bit of product that has come out of this, so I must have squeezed it, or maybe it got hot. But don't wipe it off. Use it. Let your skin be what you wipe that off on, y'all. That's very expensive stuff. Charlotte Tilbury is expensive. But I gotta say, I really do like this pen. I like being able to keep it in my purse, because if you ever need to brighten, or if you ever like get in the car and you realize, man, my eyes are so poochy, and I don't typically put on concealer, I could have gone ahead and used this literally at the next stop sign. Just put some of that on, let it soak up. The next stop sign, put this on, and I do let it sit just a minute. I do keep these products together. Matter of fact, I have a little sample one of these that I can keep in the car. But I love this little makeup pouch that I got from one of my kits that I got, and I can't remember which kit had that. But I remember the whole reason I got the kit was just so I could get that pouch. I love the pouch. Okay, so now I am going to pat this. Why am I patting instead of rubbing? You can do maybe one swipe, but let me just tell you, when you do, you are wiping it off. So pat it back down. So that may have smoothed it, and I'm going to go on either side of my nose and into this wrinkle and the pimento cheese and this wrinkle right there. And then I am going to brush away from where it was. Like down from there and out. And keep patting. And what I'm doing is just, what you are doing is taking some of it back off, but because your skin is like a sponge, it does it in a real even manner. And then even go down the center of my nose because it's a little thicker, and that is where a lot of your makeup comes off. And so I'm just going to, because this is a brightener, I'm just going to kind of put it right there too. And again, right here in this wrinkle. Don't go down here on the bulbous part of the chin. And maybe any leftover, just put back there. And there was no leftover. I just wiped off on a towel and there was no leftover. So we're just going to let that dry. Okay. So, what palette did I choose? Well, first of all, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Blush Glow. It's usually Bronze and Glow. This is her Bronze and Glow. You can see they're about the same size. And the Bronze and Glow is just a highlighter and a contour. And that is such pretty packaging. I keep that in my backdrop. I just think it's pretty. Again, this is also pretty, but the difference is it has a bronzer, if you're not a big highlighter person, and a blush, which I am not a big highlighter person. I only wear it on very dressy occasions. And I got this little brush that came with it, and I'm just going to use one side of it, just barely putting it in there because this is highly, highly pigmented. See where I've got this wrinkle right there? I mean, not wrinkle, this shadow. That's my place. You have to look at your face on where this is and go right above it and stay back, like back here. Don't come below it or on it. Go above it. And kind of go at the direction that it is. You see how that just kind of made it a little more pronounced, that's all. See, it's right there. So I'm going to go right above it and stay back. And it's more vertical than horizontal, so I'm kind of brushing at a vertical line. Almost up and down. It's like a diagonal. And I am going to come in right there and just kind of finish it out. And the reason I do that is because I have very chipmunky cheeks. Most people would not come that far forward. You would stay right back here, above your natural. You come right down into it. Above it and then come right down into it. Don't go past it. You don't really even need to go on it. Okay, also I do the underside of my nose and I blow out so you can get powder up your nose. And that just gives a little shadow under there. I also do the outer part of my forehead, right at the hairline, and outer part of my forehead. Okay, then also I do right under my chin, back and forth like that. And what this does is creates a shadow. Now I kind of go over the end of my chin too because I have a very large chin.